Okay, I got my candle lit, script non-existent, and let's get right into this. So today on part 2, we're just going to be doing a quick run through on most of the filters in Shotcut. For your convenience, I have timestamps and extra links to some filters in the description. Now let's get started with video. So 3D text works like text, but if I try to use it, it's going to crash Shotcut right now. So these audio ones right here are different ways to visualize the audio. The dance feature kind of has a bobbing in and out. The light one shows a little light in the center of the screen that bounces due to increases of volume. The spectrum shows the spectrum, and the waveform shows waveform. Pretty simple stuff. Over here we have blur. You can use this to blur a section of the screen, which is pretty useful at times. Next we have brightness. Fairly simple, you can just use it to change the brightness up and down. So the color gradient can be used to shift kind of the colors on your screen like this. I don't personally have many uses for it. Contrast, another simple one that just shifts the contrast. Crop can be used to crop an image, so you can change, it's a little bit awkward to use at first, but it's about getting a balance, right? So if you want to crop the top, it shifts the image up, and if you also do the bottom, it kind of makes it centered and makes it pretty nice. Distort is another cool effect. It can be used to, well, distort the image, making it wavy, really wavy, or extra wavy. Fade in and fade out videos are good in transitions. Like for example, fade in video will have a fade in on the intro of that clip, and the fade out would be the opposite. And there is the same feature for audio. Glitch does what you would expect it to. The shift intensity changes how much the image is shifted in these bars, and the color intensity changes the intensity of the colors and the frequency of different colors. Next we have glow, fairly simple here. Here's grid. If you wanted to show the same picture multiple times, you can do this by changing the columns. You can fit more images into it. Hue, lightness, and saturation is a nice one to correct the color of your image. It combines some other filters into one, by my experience. Invert colors, inverts colors. Mirror flips the image on the screen. Mosaic pixelates an image. The next few are classified as old film, and what they'll do is they'll add like little particles on the screen like this line and such. Here we have opacity, and if we had two images laying on top of each other, opacity would change how translucent the images are to each other. The sharpen filter sharpens the image by increasing the contrast along the edges of sharp objects. Size and position can also be used to crop a screen, as well as to rotate the screen and move it around. This combined with the rotating scale makes for some nice effects. So what the rotating scale does is, the rotation part of it is just rotating the image, and the scale part of it is like a zoom feature. Text is a very useful filter with many options. Here we have a text box that we can write text into, and we also, directly underneath that, we have a few of these little commands that we can use. I don't necessarily find them too useful, but let's say you wanted to know what the time was at this specific moment in the video, or the frame, you could use this. You can change the font, the color, the outline, the color of the background, the thickness, the padding, its position on the screen, its size on the screen, how the text kind of fits, pretty much everything that you would really need to use text. And a nice feature about this is it also has a preset, so you can save different presets into this list. So over here I have the basic text that I'll use for my videos, but then I might have some more complicated ones, like for my friend Josh. Will be over here with a different color and different thickness. And next you have a timer. It basically acts as you would expect a timer to act, basically just recording time through a clip. You can set its start delay, its duration, its offset, as well as change the font of the text and everything else mentioned in the text filter. Here we have wave, which is kind of similar to the distort filter. And here we have the white balance, which makes the image colder and warmer. Alright, so that's most of the video ones. I did not quite cover all of them, but the ones I deemed more useful. If you have any other ones you want me to cover, leave them in the comments. But let's go on to the audio ones. As a disclaimer, I'm not really knowledgeable when it comes to audio, so I'm going to keep this one a bit brief, and I might touch on it again after I educate myself on a few of these things. Some of the basic ones are the fade in and fade out audio, which work as the fade in and fade out video does. The gain and volume, which we already have one set up here, which can be used to adjust the volume of a video. Next we have mute, which is cuts. And a fun one to play around with is reverb. Reverb is kind of like creating echoes, but it's a bit out of the scope of this video for now. But I will show you some audio clips with different reverb settings applied to them so you get the feel of them. So here is difference in room size, so it's like the distance of the echo. Here is different reverb times. Here is different reverb times. And here is the dampening, and here is the dampening, I don't really know. In the description, I'm going to put a link that better discusses reverb. Now before I go, I'll let you guys in on a little secret on how to speed up or slow down a video. So what you gotta do is you gotta go up here and click properties. That's going to open up this property tab here. And right here, you're going to see the speed. Let's say I wanted this to play in fast motion. I could change the speed to 2. And it halves the clip and it will play in faster motion. Because I do not believe that there is a filter that does that. But that is all for today. Next video we will be learning the basics of keyframing. Stay tuned for that, and thank you for watching.